There's the other worker.
Time to take a break. began stacking. Here we go again. Well, time to take a break. I'm gonna watch a little TV and chill. That's it for me. Ex-wife is home. Ex-wife is home. Mamma mia. Time to take a break. Time to take a break. That's it for me.
Guys, beeping at me a lot too short. Why? No. Is this guy going to take me all the way? No. Let's go and ask him, see what he's saying. Chill. Ahora mira cómo está. Yo voy para Ica. ¿Está para Ica? Sí. Eso de Ica. ¿Cuándo vale para allá? 3 horas de esto. Aquí, no? Otra 3. So this guy's going to take us now, thankfully, to get out this little desert town and go to the main city. Muchas gracias. So the Saviour's arrived, he's going to take us now. Thankfully, we're in the back of his little van. Hang on a minute, was this a good idea to get in the back of a van? With a dude in the desert? In Peru, probably not. Probably just thought about that. This is what they tell you not to do, but we're going to have to trust it because there's no other way out of this place. Listo, muchas gracias. ¿Quieres perro? ¿Quieres perro? ¿Quieres comida para perro? ¿Sí quieres? Listo. Muchas gracias. Freedom! Wow. Made it to the main city of Canal. And I'm buzzing to be here, not gonna lie. Get on this. Absolutely jam-packed. And now the only issue that we've got is we've got to go and find my hotel, which, to be honest, I've got no idea where it is. Oh no, this isn't going to end well. But let's go and find it. For some things telling me that I'm a little bit close. I don't know where I'm going, to be completely honest. The only thing I do know is that my hotel is situated right by... Hey! Don arriba, puta! All I know is that my hotel is situated on the river. Marica River. So, we should be close. Bueno, ¿cómo estás? Yo voy para Río de Ica. Sí, para allá. Right down, we're going to get some stuff instead, because I don't know where I'm going, so let's get the party going. Oh. Es muy lejos desde aquí. Como a 3 cuadras. 3 cuadras, visto. Could have saved the money. It's only 3 blocks down the road. Damn it. Oh well. Gotta do what you gotta do to find this place. Raya, ¿cuánto quieres por eso? 3. Listo. Raya, quizás 5. Mucho gusto. And we made it to the river. Wow. So dry. There's not even any water there. I don't even know if you can call that a river. I think it's actually a bad idea coming here because I thought my hotel was here, but I think my hotel was actually somewhere along the river. So yeah, we're lost. So the good news is I've got my bearings. The bad news is, whoa, finding my hotel's like finding a needle in a haystack. And we finally made it. Oh man, that took a while. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. This hotel's also a little bit like a prison cell. It's got to beep you in, of course you in. Bueno, ¿cómo estás? Me das mi mensaje. Gracias. We are here. So yeah, it's a little bit like a prison cell where they've got to push you in. But what do you expect for only $8? This is $8 a night. And you can see this is the hotel I'm staying in. Long, dark hallway. Oh man, I don't really like it, but my hallway down there is the best I'm getting. So I'm going to show you what we get for $8 here in Ica, in Peru. All the locks and all great, but this is it. This is what you get for $8. Have a look at this. Shut that door. It's an absolute nightmare. Wow, this super Peruvian. You got a fan up there. You've got a nice little painting, and you've got a brilliant view. Have a look at this. Oh, nice view of the hallway. Very nice. Here's the bathroom. Trying to find the lights of this place. There you go. You got the toilet down there. Little shower. Ooh, I'm being spoiled. And I've also got this. Now, as soon as I arrived today, I was having a look around the room, whatever, checking it out. And 2 things caught my eye. Firstly, look at that. We've been given matches. So, not bad. And also, I don't know if the person before me left this or whether the actual hotel has gifted me this. I'm not too sure. And normally the hotels, they give you soap or whatever. However, this hotel actually gave me no soap or anything like that. They instead gave me a bag of salt. This is not scripted. They gave me a bag of salt. I'm pretty sure someone's left it, but I think that it would be rude not to go out on the streets of Ica and use it. So let's go out and go and put it on our next meal. Now I'm in a bit of a predicament because a lot of the restaurants actually closed now. Just a little street places, you know, the ones on the street that sell burger or whatever. So I think that's what we're gonna have to deal with, unfortunately. So we'll find a little place in the street to put our salt to use. Oh man, I kind of want a little sit-down experience, to be honest, but just shops. Buenas, ¿cómo estás? ¿Qué tienes para comer? ¿Solo hamburguesa nomás? Me regalas un broster con papa frita, por favor. Sí, y también trae sal. Aquí. ¿Este es tuyo? Sí, pero tú puedes tenerlo porque encontré en mi habitación y lo quiero. Listo. Pero tienes una silla para mí sentada. Sí. Listo, muchas gracias. Muchas gracias. ¿Y qué bebidas tienes para tomar? ¿Gaseosa, chicha? Me das un chicha, por favor. Chicha, great. So we found this little spot here on the side of the road. Uy, ¿y qué es eso? ¿Qué como fruta? Eso es como fruta, ¿no? Sí, el maíz. Maíz, está, muchas gracias. Sí, está bien, sí, está bien. We found this little spot where we can get some broster, which is chicken, and some rice. So, see if it's any good. ¿Qué presa quieres? Tengo encuentro. El pecho. Listo, gracias. This is a local drink called chicha in Peru. It's nice. How do you like to describe it? It's like a mix of mice, like sort of black currant sort of thing, You can kind of tell that by the colour though. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I picked the best spot here to eat. This street is dodgy as hell. The other car will get nicked any second here. But we're gonna wait for the chicken to arrive. Hopefully it's not too long so we'll bounce out of this place. Espera. Listo, muchas gracias. And the food has arrived. I'm a hungry boy right now. I'll get on this. I mean, I'm not gonna lie though, I don't really like the fact that he's absolutely covered it in ketchup. This is the chicken. Let's give it a go. Not gonna lie, it's very wet, very, very greasy. It's quite slimy too. But what do you expect on the side of the road there? The back streets of Ica, Peru. You're never gonna get a great experience, but it'll do the job. Muy bien, muy bien. Let's get the chips to go now. See if they're any good. Chips are like the bite soft, not really crunchy like I like a but they'll do. But now, to be honest, the deals that we've got, I won't complain. I quite like it. And the ketchup, although we smothered it all over, it's actually decent, makes it taste a little bit less worse. So the owner is taking a photo of me. Hey, Inglaterra and Peru. ¿Listo cuánto vale? Perdón. 13.50 todo. 13.50. Listo. Aquí está 20. Para usted. Muchas gracias. 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 The kind senor has put our food in a bag. I'm going to be completely honest with you boys now. I'm not going to eat this. It wasn't too good. Maybe a 4 out of 10. It's just really soggy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it on the streets. I'm just going to put it there. And the street dogs will come and get that in a bit.
Hunter Douglas offers unique shade solutions for every home and any window.
They told me not to go down alleyways. I mean, it should have been not you on ground. We are in the club. Y'all know where we're at right now.
I gang bang my last name. We from Chicago, so that nod, you know what I'm saying? If I nod and you nod, that's respect.
But they didn't know I was hooping with Michael Jordan's brother, Larry.
Que vayan, ya cometió un error muy feo.
I was an ex-gambang in my life. Now it's just people just being out there on some stupid Grand Theft Auto stuff. So all of a sudden their car just came and they shot his brains out.
Wherever there's poverty, people are going to fight for the scrap. They lock me up in this cage all day and I get scared. So you take a person and stick them in the middle of a concrete jungle with a bunch of killers and dope dealers. The odds are a majority of them are going to turn out that way. Eskins versus Latin Kings. And that's normal in these parts. This is how they live out here. They could come out of these alleys and take us on and brandish of us, block us in the alley before they really do what they want to do to us. And that's where you had 1,000 murders that year. All the gangs went renegade and Central Alliance were all beefing with each other.
Tomorrow ain't promised, bro. The next second ain't promised.
I like to find light where it's all dark and scary. I like to find a little crack of light. What you see right there is the famous bird
with the serpent representing the Mexican flag here. Not in Mexico, not in Europe. In Chicago, Chi-Town's finest, West 18th Street.
There's the Amish, and then there's the Schwarzentrooper Amish, the most extreme subgroup of them all. What I'm about to do is unheard of because outsiders are strictly forbidden. Schwarzentroopers follow much harsher rules than other Amish. They are known for driving horses and buggies instead of cars, using lanterns instead of electricity, and taking only one bath per week. So how am I getting access? My friend Lizzie left the community when she was only 19 and hasn't been back in some time. She's agreed to take me to her childhood home in Holmes County, Ohio, which looks like a time warp back to the 18th century. My goal is to show you the secret life of America's most conservative community and find out what's really going on behind closed doors. We're driving through a small town called Maslin. I'm on the lookout for my first horse and buggy. First one to find it wins.
This is where you feel everything slow down.
Yeah, this road is like calming.
It's so peaceful. When you live in a city where everything's hustle bustle, when you come here, you start to appreciate the little things in life again.
The horse and buggy passing us right now. That was crazy. They're like surrounded by cars.
Yeah. This is where the road I used to go to church.
Oh.
Every 2 weeks, horse and buggy.
The Amish follow a branch of Christianity called Anabaptism, which focuses on adult baptism and nonviolence. They worship God and follow the teachings of Jesus Christ as written in the Bible. Services happen in homes, barns, or churches, involving communal prayer, singing, and reading scriptures. The Amish movement started in the late 17th century when Swiss leader Jacob Ammann emphasized traditional practices, leading to a split from mainstream Mennonite groups. Schwarzentroopers make up a tiny slice of America's 300,000 Amish. They are a subset of the Old Order who broke away around 100 years ago. To anyone living in central Ohio, it's easy to spot a New Order person versus a Schwarzentrooper person. But how can you tell the difference? For starters,
Be their hero. Do something monumental. There's a country that people are trying to leave faster than anywhere else on Earth. Between 2020 and 2050, it is forecasted that the total population of this country is going to decrease by a whopping 22.5%. And between 1989 and today, it's already declined from around 9 million to 6.5, an almost 30%. Cargo ships transport the world, but why do I know absolutely nothing about them? As I sometimes ponder about how our world truly...
Thank you. Nice to meet you, Thomas.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I think this is an event for everyone. They're like, the tourists are here. Let's go! Wait, we were living here for the next 30 days. Hello, how are you? How are you?
thank you. Wow. Whoa. Breakfast buffet voucher, the shows, the casino.
I'm lucky.
I think everyone's been briefed that the first cargo hitchhikers are going to be joining them on this journey. It feels like we are inside a space shuttle. There's an elevator. Oh my god. There's 10 floors. Okay. Oh my god.
Hey man, watch me on live.
I interviewed a fellow one time, and it was just a kind of a joking kind of interview, but I said, you know that whiskey making is not legal. Why do you do it? And he
What do you think men don't understand about what women want?
Well, they definitely want somebody to. I mean, it's very basic for me, at least. They want attention when it comes to like listening. Uh,
Yeah, to me, what
All right, Monique and Kyle. Monique and Kyle. Where are you guys from? Where are you from originally?
I'm from Boston, Massachusetts, originally.
And Monique?
And I am from Van Nuys, California.
And Monique, how did you grow up? You had mom and dad?
Mom.
No
Yes, I
dad?
have mother, no father now.
My name's Eric. I am 39 years old. I've started thinking about getting Botox Cosmetic for the last couple of years.
So, Paul, where are you from originally? Where'd you grow up?
I was born in Anaheim, California, 1986. I don't reckon I have grown up yet. So I'm still working on that.
Join the club?
Yeah.
What was your family like?
Kind of like the best of both worlds, I'd say. I had, a mother that I didn't know. She died from domestic violence when I was 5 months old. But then I saw a video and I was like, and I hadn't been there very long. A year, I couldn't do it. I can kind of just guesstimate. But I'm guessing I'm about 7 years old, 6 years old. And, my grandmother came to visit me at that hospital. And I just remember her crying and crying and crying and crying and just being so broken that her baby was in there and there was nothing that she could do. And oddly enough, I think they may have put a call into a social worker or something, but they let her take me home that night. And I never went back to that hospital after that. But they placed me in a group home in Mentone, California, which is like, if you're driving from here, it's San Bernardino. It's like the base of Big Bear, like Forest Falls. I guess to your viewers, it probably does it better. They put me in a group home, and I lived there for like 4 years in this one particular place. And it was probably about 15 to 30 kids, somewhere in between there. And it was toxic, man. It was like if you run away, they'd strip you of your underwear and throw you in a fucking padded room and leave you there.
Mark your calendars this summer because FanDuel has something for everyone every day.
All right, Chongo.
What's happening, Mark?
How you been, man?
I'm all right. Thank you for having me again.
It's been a couple years.
It's my privilege to be back.
You've been doing some stuff lately. It's really interesting.
Yeah, I've been busy. Hopefully, everything's gonna work out. Been helping a few people out with exonerations, and everything is starting to move faster with that.
Tell me about that. That's
Well,
fascinating.
you remember, I think we spoke about it on our first interview. I helped the Central Park Five, so that's 5 guys that I helped to be exonerated right there. Then before them, nobody knew that I helped a co-defendant of mine named Damon Springer with a murder charge that he had that he didn't do. So that's 6. And then I helped 2 gentlemen by the name of Anthony Ortiz and Danny Colon, who had 50 to life for 2 murders on the Houston in New York City. The Houston is a highway on the FDR. So that brings it up to 8. And the last guy I helped was a guy, Fernando. His name is Fernandez. And he was serving 25 to life sentence. He did 24 and 6 months out. No, 24 years, 6 months he had in before they gave him a bail. I wrote a 11-page statement that could help him out and turned it into the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. They investigated. They gave him a bail while he was still serving the 25 to life. Maybe 3-4 weeks later, they took back the bail because they were that convinced of what was brought to light. And subsequently, then they dismissed the case. Then after that, of course, he got paid a bunch of money. Right now, I'm helping a guy named Corey Jackson. He's doing 100 to life. Right now, he's in Sing Sing Correctional Facility. He's been in 33 years. He's been in since he was 14, 15 years old.
Let's just take his case as a detail. So he's been in prison since he was how old?
14, 15 years old.
For a murder?
Since juvenile, yeah, for a murder. For a murder that he did commit. But while he was in there, this officer that, the dirty cop involved in this, his name is Mark Tevins, he put 3 murders on him. So he went to trial. He didn't commit the murders. He went to trial. He got convicted, and total he's doing 100 to life.
For 4 murders?
For 4 murders.
Wow.
The one that he did commit, that he is guilty of, that he does acknowledge, he's already passed his parole board by 8 years on it. Check that out. So he would have had the possibility to have been home for 8 years now.
And this alleged dirty cop, where is he today?
Oh, he killed himself. He shot himself in the head. He who knows what he was thinking? I can't really say about that, but he had a lot. He had a lot on his plate.
No, look at you. Man, I got lice.
How'd you get right?
It's just such a soothing experience when you have that. I'm very grateful for my partner because it's just just nice. And it's like, it doesn't make being nice feel like a chore.
We should be nice to each other.
Yeah, it's so simple. But yeah, so we'll talk about that.
It's so difficult too. Welcome to LA.
Thank you for having me. We did it in London last time, right?
You did it in London
now,
last time.
London last time.
But you live in Dubai.
I live in Dubai, but London was our middle ground.
Yeah.
So we did London,
for London,
and then now we're in LA.
How do you like LA?
I like LA. I really, really like LA. The only problem is I'm always working when I'm here, so I don't get to experience LA the way the average person would. But it's a really cool city. My only problem is once you move to Dubai, you get so used to safety and you get so used to convenience that everywhere else feels a little bit difficult. But it's a great city.
No, I get the impression that you are, you're a therapist. You help people with their relationships and things like that.
Yeah.
But it seems to me like you cater more to the top 1% of people in the, I guess you would call it the sexual marketplace.
Yes. The top earners,
is
the
that
most
true?
useful ones. Absolutely. And
Okay.
I make no qualms about it. When people try and come for me in comments and saying, "Oh, you're always talking about the top 1%," somebody has to talk about them. If it doesn't apply to you, you can easily find a therapist, or you can find content creators that do talk about the average person. Unfortunately, because of my environment, I live in Dubai, and because of the thing is, being a therapist, you only access people with disposable income. I'm not on the NHS, I'm not on government funding, I'm private. So therefore, I'll only access people who have the luxury of talking to someone and paying for that service.
Another criticism that I see in your videos is you're not a professional.
Yeah, and the
not an
thing
actual
is,
therapist.
I've tried so hard. Like, no other therapist online will have to release the data to everybody. I've even
Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power, brings you the industry's first self-winding trimmer.
All right, Cameron.
Thanks, nice to meet you.
Cameron, where are you from originally? Where'd you grow up?
I'm from Manchester, Kentucky originally, grew up here, went to college outside of the county for a few years, but moved back.
You like it here?
I love it here. This is my home and it always will be.
It's really beautiful. Tell me about your family growing up.
I had a pretty great family. My father was blue collar, working class. He was a truck driver, so he was always gone a lot. My parents separated at a young age. I had a stepmother, and relationship with her was great. Pretty, I guess, fairly typical upbringing. I was very close with my grandparents, and just I love my family a lot, and they loved me a lot, and they were always supportive.
That's great. And you went on to college?
Yeah. I received a full scholarship to the University of Kentucky, which is the school when you grow up in Kentucky, you always want to go there. And yeah.
And what did you want to do with your life?
I wanted at the time to be a physician. Things changed, and we'll get into that in a little bit, but I kind of juggled with what I wanted to do with my life for a while. I think it took me, I'm the guy who's always passionate about something, and it took me a while to figure out what I would be meant to do.
So you had something happen to you that changed your life a bit?
Yeah, so in 2016, I was taking dual credit classes at a community college just to get some extra hours. I was pretty much poised to be, I was already accepted, had received my scholarship at this time. One day when I was leaving, my best friend and I were in the car, and we were about to leave, and then someone ran a red light and hit us. And my best friend passed away at the crash, and his head would have flown into mine, and it gave me a traumatic brain injury. And the paramedic that showed up was pretty positive that I was deceased. I met with him after the event, and he kind of told me everything that he saw. I had mild combativeness, decorticate posturing, my pupils were dilated. I had every sign that I had severe brain trauma, and it was likely that any medical professional would believe that, one, I should have been deceased, and two, if I did somehow survive by a miracle, that I would have significant neurological disability.
So do I call you Smoke or do I call you Brandon?
I'd like to go by Brandon, but I'll tell a story about Smoke that transitioned into Brandon.
Yeah, you used to be Smoke, now you're Brandon.
Right.
Where did you grow up? Where are you from?
I grew up in Lubbock, Texas.
Which is, it's...
West Texas.
West Texas.
Home of Texas Tech University.
There's trouble out there?
Yes, it's a lot of trouble out there. Yes, sir.
What was your family like growing
up? I had mom and dad in a household, but it was a lot of drinking, a lot of violence, a lot of abuse. The word love wasn't in the household. I really didn't know about the word love until
back then. Shit, one of the DEA stated goals was to thwart legalization. So, you know.
So legalization has helped the illegal.
I don't like the way it was done. If I was to write the policy, I would change legalization the way it is now to something more like a small business minded thing. Sort of like, instead of, my biggest concerns, to be quite frank, is we're going to end up with a big marijuana like we had big tobacco. We're going to have like 4 or 5 corporations that run the whole nations. And, you know, I know for a fact Dennis Perone and the other guys that were involved with this movement, like myself, what we wanted to see was more like microbrew equivalents, where you could have small businesses, lots of them, that are prosperous in lots of different areas, so that there's more wealth spread around, and the quality of it's just a better product.
That's what we have now.
Yeah, you know, so The way it's going to end up, though, the way that when you look at the amount of growing, and there's like one company, I forgot the name, that's already past it.
From a fierce collision between a car and a biker, to the drunk driver going the wrong way in the tunnel, or the truck crushing the car and hitting the bus. It's all in today's video. Join us on our new adventure. Oh my god! I hope no one gets hurt in the dangerous accident situation.
At take 5, you stay in your car because we're faster than you think.
Oil change is done. That was so fast I didn't even have time to finish knitting any sweaters. Oh well.
Cheese!
Fully submerged in the ice-cold water, under a thick layer of ice, but still conscious. The skier's body temperature dropped to a record low of below 14 degrees Celsius. The woman had no chance of survival. But suddenly, her pulse got going again. On July 4th, 2023. Peacefully, that's not always the case. Residents of Fort Pierce in Florida knew all too well that their lake harbored alligators. One of them, Henry, was so well known that he even had his own name. Locals spent years boating and strolling along the lake, seemingly unbothered. 85-year-old Gloria Serge, living nearby in a senior living facility, would regularly walk her dog Trooper by the lake. Unfortunately, on February 20th, 2023, Gloria's routine took a tragic turn. As she strolled along the shore, her dog sniffed the water. Her killer alligator out of the water. Shocked townsfolk tried to understand who its victim was. Once divers found human remains, doubts vanished. The predator murdered 41-year-old Sabrina Peckham. The police launched an investigation since it wasn't clear if the alligator attacked her while she was alive or found her already dead. Nevertheless, everything pointed to the fact that the beast indeed killed Sabrina. The woman was homeless, living in a camp near the irrigation canal. Dream vacation to the Bahamas. And Jordan's girlfriend, Jordan, and looked around. There was no one nearby who could help, and wrote, "Go up."
Kayak. Kayak.
Dior.
Yes.
Dior, where'd you grow up? Where are you from?
I grew up in Moreno Valley,
Which is where?
Riverside County.
And tell me about your family.
I came from a nice home. I think my dad ended up going to jail, so everything fell apart. But I grew up in a nice home. Good mom, good dad. I got brothers and sisters. Yeah.
How do you describe your childhood in general?
My childhood, it was good.